Well, welcome to iNaturalist and the Australasian Fishes project. To get started, you'll need to sign up. So obviously just go to the iNaturalist website. You'll see sign up, click on that. And it's very straightforward. I won't sign up obviously because I already have an account. But if you just sign up, put your name, probably best if you put your real name in there unless you're embarrassed by it, your email address, password confirmation, press sign up and away you go. Once you're in, if you want to, then you'll see, if you go to the Australasian Fishes website, you'll see a join this site link which you can press and I'll make sure you become a member. So I'll just log in now. Remember me, sign in, hopefully I got it right. Okay, here we go. We're in my dashboard. Now what you'll get when you first sign in is you'll go to iNaturalist. So what I'd recommend you do is you go to this bar up the top, go to projects, search for projects and search for Australasian Fishes. When you do that, you'll see this, choose Australasian Fishes, and then up here, I'm a member already, but up here you'll see something that says join this project. When that happens, when you click on that, I'll receive an email and I'll invite you to the project, and then you're set. You can start submitting images, as many as you want. Okay, the actual interface itself, this is what the website looks like. Australasian Fishes is part of the iNaturalist website, so these links up the top here apply to the entire iNaturalist website. So once you're in Australasian Fishes, the only time you need to go up here is if you actually leap out of the site into somewhere else. You can always go straight back in by going to Australasian Fishes, that link there, that'll take you straight back in. A quick browse around the site. Obviously to add observations you go to there. We'll talk about that in a moment. The stats on the site, you can see we've been online now for 2 months and you can see there's already over 3,800 images in there of nearly 1,000 unique species, and there are 140 people who have contributed who are now members. There are leaderboards here across the front. There's a map that shows you where the observations are recorded from. You can see we're starting to get some pretty good coverage. There's a lot of Australia here that hasn't been touched yet, but we'll get there. Lots in the Bight too we need to look at, and some in these lovely crocodile infested waters up the top here. You'll get members information, the project curator tools, you won't see those, just that I'm a curator. There's a message, this will change regularly. There's about the project, and down further we've got project sponsors. You'll see the CSIRO and a bunch of other organisations are coming on board more all the time. And these are recent observations, the most recent observations, and people are submitting beautiful images. Okay, the way to get into the site and actually start to use it. Oh, one other thing I'll show you here is up the top here. You see here's my personal menus with a dashboard, observations where you can add other observations yourself, favourites, lists, journal, and your profile information. Your dashboard, if we click on that, takes you to the latest things that have happened that are pertinent to you, but the most important, you can explore this yourself, but the most important thing to know when you're setting up is if you subscribe to a taxon, I'll click on that now, you can actually choose a taxon, like if you're interested in all sharks and rays, or if you're interested in the sea basses or something, you can choose the taxon. And you can also, when you do that, you can choose from a particular area. So if you're only interested in New South Wales or Sydney Harbour or Exmouth Gulf or something, you can choose to receive notifications of a particular taxon from a particular region, which is a really cool feature. Let's just jump back into the site. And this is the guts of the site now. To do all your querying and everything, just go to observations here. That will open up a page that looks like this. You can view the information. These are just all observations, so you can see there's 3,865 of them. You can view those as a map. Obviously the project is restricted to Australia. You can very easily zoom in, cruise around whatever area it is you're interested in. You can view the observations as a grid, or as a list. I can see there's a bunch of cardinal fish on the front here. Let's just choose, let's say, tiger cardinal fish. You can search by a species up here. You can search on scientific name or common name. Here's our tiger cardinal fish, and you can see we now have 3 observations in the project so far of tiger cardinal fish that come from, oops, wrong way, these particular locations. We've got a lot of stuff from Christmas Island as well, Lord Howe Island. We've even got the Antarctica covered as well. So if you happen to have images from Antarctica, we'd love to see them. You can further refine your searches. I'll just get rid of that. Now we're back to everything. You can further refine your searches if you want to really get fancy up here in filters. And this is where the tags come in. So we'll get into that later on. The other thing I'll show you is how to actually add images. And you can do it from your dashboard here. You can add images, or you can go back to projects, Australasian Fishes, which will take you to the home page, and you can add an observation from there. Let's click on add an observation. Here we are adding an observation. What we'll do is we'll add a fish that I photographed in very, very dirty water on the weekend. And I think it's a common toadfish. When did I see it? I saw it on Sunday at that'll do. Melbourne will do. Okay, description. In very, let's just say, in very dirty water. Okay, tags. Well, we'll look at tags in a second. Where were we? Okay, I can enter the name of the place. Woolwich Baths, Sydney. Or of course you can just use the Google style interface. We'll just check that we've come up to the right place here. No, we've gone to the wrong place. Okay, where it is I can go in there manually. It's about there. That'll do, right there. Okay. It was while snorkeling, and it's an adult. And we'll choose the image. Okay. Open. I think that's about it. If you've got sounds, you can add them. You can add tags. You can do all kinds of fancy things. You can always come back and edit later on. Now we'll save that observation. Thinking. Here it is processing. While that's happening, so you can see everything seems to be okay. While that's processing, if we just jump back into Australasian Fishes. There's my image. And as I said, the water was pretty dirty. That's a new observation. You can click on the observation and get different size images. And there it is. And just as a final thing, we'll just look at if I query on Tetractinos hamiltoni. Okay, we go back into the project. And we query on the species. Here are all you can see there are 10 observations of this species, including mine, which is the most recent. So that's all there is to it. It's pretty straightforward. Somebody said to me the other day, you're crazy, you're going to get hundreds of photographs of common toadfish. Well, you can see we've got 10 already, but that's exactly what I want. I want lots and lots of photos, even of common things, because we can tell all kinds of information about them. Sexual differences, habitat differences, diet, behaviours, seasonality. There's all kinds of things, and differences in patterns and colours at different times and different habitats. There's all kinds of things we can learn. So please don't feel that you're submitting too much of one thing. We want all your images. One of the really nice things about iNaturalist that works very well in Australasian Fishes is you can also identify, agree and comment on other people's photographs. So this photograph here of a Chilodactylus fuscus, which is a red mowong, looks like a young one. I can say, all right, I agree with that. Here's Ralph McGee's identification, Chilodactylus fuscus. I'll just click on there. Now you have to be logged on to do this. If you're not logged on, you won't see this agree button. Here we go, I'll click on that. Now I'm agreeing with that observation, and I can also, if I wish, comment. So I'll just drag down a little bit and comment on that observation and say, nice image of a juvenile. Thank you, Ralph McGee. There we go. And if I save that, he will receive an email letting him know that I've commented, as well as a notification in his dashboard. So that's about it. Remember, you have to be logged on to actually see these agree and comment abilities, but it's a really powerful tool.